trying to say that this person who I was taken to the police or to the court because this person, I talked to this person and he didn't understand me and had to take me. The law was I was punished, and they will have that, and tomorrow they want to retaliate. So it is not very, very important to hammer on or to harp on the issue of legislation, but to think about love for one another, which can help us to be able to, which can help us to be able to combat hate speech in our community. So we are expecting our listeners who are part of this program either on Facebook or via the Donga Mantong Community Radio FM 105 frequency FM 105.1 to take part in the program by just simply on Facebook, clicking Dmcr Connect, and also on the radio. You just tune to 105.1. That is the way you can be able to get to us. So it is quite simple. Take Dmcr Connect on Facebook and click like or follow. You are going to be part of this program. And then on radio, you can just tune to 105.1, and you want to participate, call us on the telephone number 676-649-548. 676-649-548. While waiting for your calls and participation, I will be informing the general public that the launching of the National Cleanest City competition was done in Cambe at the divisional headquarters here by the SDO of Dongamanto, Dr. Nkwenti Simon Doe. And the competition has also been launched by the Nkambe Council for the cleanest quarters, cleanest villages of the Nkambe municipality. So this program is going to reward those who work very hard in terms of cleanliness in their own community. So you can be rest assured that the council has prizes that they are going to give to people who participate in this program. Today, the launching was announced beginning from today to the 23rd of June 2023. So villages in Cambe municipality, quarters in Cambe municipality are expected to go to work immediately. An evaluation team will come around to do the evaluation, and from there they can be graded and the prizes are awarded. Meantime, the council too is also working globally towards participating in the Clean City competition at the level of the region and also at the level of the nation. It will be recorded in Cambe came first in the Northwest and 10th in the national competition. So this is as an announcement I wish to make to the general public before we continue with our program. I know when the divisional delegate of housing and urban development will be here, he's going to elaborate on some of the things we have to take into consideration, because he will be here to talk about how we can also stop urban disorder. But meantime, we still continue to be together to hear from you what you are doing at your own level, what you think we can do to stop hate speech on social media, on radio, in the community, in society, in the football pitch, everywhere we are. This is a program we're supposed to do. And I remember one of our guests who has not been able to be with us on this program was supposed to be the president of the National Youth Council for Dongamanto. I want to thank our brother, Jato Sami Kwangwe, who is listening from Cambe, who has also indicated to us he's listening from Cambe. I know Jato Sami has been my literature teacher in GBHS in Cambe, and we have remained very, very close despite the fact that he's on retirement and I'm no more a student. So we have also our viewers and listeners getting us from the Quen market in Bamenda. We are very, very happy. Thank you for your indication. Thank you, our listeners, all over. Asenge from Bamenda, Quen Market. I'm sure it's Pa Asenge. We are very happy to have him, and we continue to expect your calls, because this is a participative program, and your opinion counts. So it's very, very important. And I want to say that another way of avoiding hate speech is giving everybody the opportunity to be what that person has to be, and encouraging everyone. You know, one of the things that leads to hate speech is when you think that somebody has not got the right to be where he is. And from there, you start bringing out utterances, and exchanges might come, and from there, we are already into hate speech. So if you think about loving the idea of making other people to excel, allowing them to excel, and even helping them to excel, you find that around you, the community where you are, you will not have anybody who will think bad about you or another person, because already giving people, others, the opportunity is teaching them how to give one another the opportunity. So that is another way of trying to avoid hate speech in the community, because we can share love through what we say. We mind what comes out of our mouth, and we take into consideration that we are all human beings. We take into consideration that we are created in the image of God, and as one person. And it's because of our geographical location that we might have a particular nomenclature according to our geographical location. And that is how we can be able to know that people deserve what they have, and they deserve what they want to be. So it is very, very important to think about this. In a nutshell, I'm just trying to arouse your imagination, arouse your thinking faculty to try to see how you come out with some of the things that you feel you can do in your own community to avoid hate speech. Just showing love, discouraging hate speech, tolerating people, encouraging them to excel in what they are doing, clapping for them, and so on, and even helping them to achieve one or two things. Makes us to stay away from utterances that can be termed hate speech. We have listeners and viewers indicating that they are getting us all the way from Douala. We are very, very happy to know that this program we're building for our community is going to connect all of you, as the aim of this program is to connect sons and daughters of Dunga Mantun Division to their brothers and sisters out there, friends, well-wishers out there in the diaspora, and vice versa. And we remain very, very grateful to the Andre Nodem Yongshinu Foundation and its founding president, and also to TechSop Canada with our digital engineer and advisor and trainer, Haringum, who is also a co-producer of this program in Toronto. So we have about 11 minutes to the top of the hour, to 5 p.m. We continue to be with you out there, and to give you just the best. Before we go to some bit of relaxation, I would like to remind our listeners on FM 105.1 that they can call us on 676-649-548. 676-649-548. I know in Cambe, if we are talking about hate speech in Cambe, it is hardly practiced in Cambe, because people in Cambe have that ability of trying to love everyone that comes to the town. That is why you hardly hear people talking about the issue of Mwenfu is no more very existent in Cambe again, except many of you out there prove the contrary, because I know those are some of the things that we condemned vehemently on radio, and even the fund of Nkambe also discouraged that. Many people in association have been discouraging that, and all this while, when the crisis came on, people in Cambe have not had the issue of hate speech. If there was hate speech in Cambe, you cannot imagine that people ran from all other subdivisions, all other villages and towns, and came and settled in Cambe. The people of Cambe have received them, and they are schooling in schools in Cambe. They are even in groups, in Jangi groups with them, and there's a lot of tolerance. So if you want to think about the issue of hate speech in Cambe, can say that Cambe is almost free of that, though it can still exist in some places. But if we have the majority of the people already practicing love, encouragement, living together, unity, and so on, and working for the progress of each and every one, it's already a big mark. It's a big mark of discouraging hate speech in the community. Reasons why Nkambe has not gone into chaos too, because in some of the places where we had a lot of hate speeches, when the issue of the crisis came, people use it for ulterior motives, use it to settle scores, and that stemmed from hate speeches which were propagated in the community. So I want to tell you the experience I have in Cambe and some of the villages where I frequent, that the phenomenon of hate speech in the community is not rampant like we have elsewhere, and like we have on social media propagated by some few individuals. So we're going to have a little post. We are still expecting our guest, who is the divisional delegate of housing and urban development. He will be here in a short while, and he is going to give us a lot of information about his programs in town. And I told you one of them is that he's going to elaborate on the Clean City program, which has just been launched. So we're going to have an insight into it a bit. And after that, he's going to talk about the land use map pertaining to town planning activities in Cambe. Because since he came to Nkambe, he has been working with the mayor of Nkambe to see that people build houses in Nkambe the right way, that the town is developed. So with the launching that just took place 2 days ago, he had actually wanted to be on throughout the program with that, but we equally pleaded with him that before he comes to the studio, we are going to introduce the topic of stop hate speech. This time we'll start with it before we move to the next topic. That's why I already introduced that. What do we do as a community, as individuals? What have we been doing? Better still, we can share our experience of what we have been doing to be able to put away hate speech in our own immediate community. So we are going to be expecting many of you out there to be part of this program, to give your contributions and let us share the experience. So I will be we're having a pause to enjoy some music. When we come back, we'll be talking with the delegate of delegate of housing and urban development if he arrives here in the studio. If not, we're going to continue with other issues pertaining to the Clean City campaign, which has already been launched. We might be able to have some excerpt of the activities during the divisional launch that was conducted by the senior divisional officer of Donga Manto, Dr. Nkwenti Simon Dor. So let's have some bit of relaxation in music. Meantime, I continue to appreciate those who are indicating to us from all over wherever they are, that they are part of this very important program. So our friend from End of Town, Cambe, thank you so much. So we are going to have some music.
Many people see and watch them dreams come go, and we know them no wanna see them go. Though our dreams seem too far from tomorrow, just don't let it go. Just don't let it go. Just don't let it go. Sometimes we trade all our dreams for a compromise, and we know it's not what we want. No, one shot of happiness, two shot of sadness, and that's how our life turned to be what we know we don't wanna be. Just don't let it go. Just don't let it go. Just don't let it go. Rimo, rime, asatierto wanjiko, nyamo. Rimo, rime, asatierto wanjiko, nyamo. La wira banfare, la wira banfare, la wira banfaro, la wira banfaro. Oh oh oh, anyi sabanoe, balofo fesa shuye, bomokiye. Anyi sabanoe, balofo fesa shuye, bomokiye. Anyi sabanoa, basalofo fesa shuye, womaye. Baby, please don't trade your dreams, womaye. Baby, please don't trade your dreams. Oh no 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 no, me no want to trade my dreams. Oh no 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 no. You don't want to trade your dreams, baby, 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 baby. Yo, baby, please don't trade your dreams. Oh no, no, you can dream big, but please don't take your dreams to the grave. Oh yeah, you can dream big, but please no, don't take it to the grave. Oh no, no, oh no, 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 no.
Dmcr Diaspora Connect is a program we are viewing on Facebook and also listening to on FM 105.1 at this moment. This is a program that is aimed at connecting Dmcr division to the diaspora and vice versa. So it also gives the opportunity for us to talk about things that concern us and also chart a way forward using ideas from from listeners, viewers, participants to build our own immediate community. See, somebody wanted to call to be part of this program. Maybe I'll repeat the number: 676-649-548. 676-649-548. If you call, you can tell us already. At the beginning, we're talking about how we can stop hate speech in our community. Stop the hate speech if we want meaningful development in our community, in Donga Mantung Division. If we cannot stop the hate speech, development cannot flow because people cannot work together. People cannot have a common interest. That's why. So we have a caller on the line. That caller just went off. Please, can you come back? 676-649-548. I'm sure the network is fluent now because at the beginning we thought we were not going to have the program because of network. We had to improvise to be able to be live on Facebook and also on radio as the network keeps improving. So we are expecting you to call, not just beeping to indicate to us that you are listening, but also to call to share with us your own opinion, your own idea. So while waiting for people to gather their ideas about how the thing we can stop hate speech in our community, I already gave some introduction, or already gave my own opinion and some of the things that I feel can make us stop hate speech. And I thought that could be a cue for some of you who want to wanted to be part of this discussion. So if you want to be live through FM 105.1, I mean on radio, just call 676-649-548 and you can be connected to the program. So at this juncture, we want to thank Haringum for the music that we just enjoyed. At this juncture, we are still going to get back to our brother and take up director, CEO, Haringum, to get some of the except of the animation, of the launching that we had in Canberra. I said, if after the music, the delegate is not yet in the studio, we're going to proceed with the except of what happened in Canberra during the launching of the Clean City competition by the SDO of Dongamanto. During that launching, the SDO of Dongamanto, Dr. Quentin Simondo, urged the population of the various councils of Dongamanto to grab all the first 5 prizes. The 5 councils, they should grab all the first 5 prizes in Cameroon, which means they have to occupy the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth position. So imagine that is a clarion call by the SGO and expecting very, very hard work from all the citizens of Dongamanto Division in the 5 council areas. So we during the launching, we had we had a speech from the SDO. We equally listened to the first deputy mayor, Madama Jara Danjuma, who welcomed participants during the program and explained to the population the joy Nkambe had in being 10th. But equally reminded the people that Nkambe does not depend on competitions to to do cleanup campaign. So she was just making the other council areas to know that during the crisis, Nkambe was doing cleanup campaign. So when the Clean City competition came, Nkambe just joined. And they were very surprised that one of the towns of the Northwest where there was ghost town every time won when Nkambe was practicing the cleanup campaign here. But it was explained that Nkambe did not know the criteria. If you are doing cleanup campaign here, you don't talk about it, nobody has any images, there are no videos, and you just claim that you are doing, and people cannot leave and come right to Nkambe to see what you are doing. They also expect to have explanations to things, and their particular attention is paid to so many other things. That's why Nkambe could not win, despite the fact that there were no ghost towns in Nkambe, and a place where there was ghost town won, maybe because they had to do some little to follow the criteria, and that is how that is how they won. So we are going to have an excerpt of the speech by the first deputy mayoress of Nkambe, Madam Ajara Danjuma, who talked to us during the launching. And after that, we are going to bring in the divisional delegate of housing and urban development. So we'll be bringing him any moment from now to be live with us. So if that feat is ready, we are expecting our our technical advisor, who is the sound engineer of this program, Haringum, to let us have the view and words of the first deputy mayor, Madam Ajara Danjuma, the first deputy mayoress of Nkambe, during the launching of the program. We have a brother who's indicating to us that he's viewing and following the program from Quen. So we, in a jiffy, we are going to have that feed, while we are telling you that after the feed, we are going to be bringing to you the delegate of housing and urban development to talk to us about the activities he has been carrying in town, and especially related to the clean city and the planning of the town. So we are still waiting to have the feed, and I want to tell you that you can call us on 676 649 548. 676 649 548. And now let's listen to the first deputy mayoress, Madam Ajara Danjuma.
For other administrative imperative. To the launching of the Clean City Contest in London, edition of the 2023 edition, organized by NIU. The expectation from this activity is just obvious. Creating awareness of the need to keep our towns and environment clean, using the available resources and means. This means that for us to have clean towns and cities, we must be consciously clean as individuals. From there, we are able to raise forth cleanest homes, as it was in the early days during the sanitary inspection period. From there, the cleanest quarter can be identified, then to the cleanest village, and which shall result up to bringing the cleanest town. Therefore, for this to be attained, local authorities should involve at maximum levels the participation of all stakeholders, community leaders, traditional and religious, and animators must be communicated to participate and coordinate cleanup activities.
We are quite sorry that we had a little hitch with the oration of Madam Ajara Danjuma, the first deputy mayoress of Nkambe. And as we had that hitch, the delegate of housing and urban development also installed himself in the studio. We've been traveling from a very far distance, and it's because of the commitment that you have that you are able to be part of this very important program today. It's because you wanted to be here with us and also to inform the population about your activities. So as you came in, I already announced to the population that here you are going to give a small briefing on the National Clean-up Campaign competition, which was Clean City Campaign competition, was launched in your presence. I know you are the main organizer, presided out by the SDO. So we just listened to Madam Ajara Danjuma. So what can you tell the population about this program, Mr. Delegate? Good afternoon.
Ninja, and I'm very glad to be here this evening to explain to the population and tell them exactly what we are supposed to do and what we should do in order to come out at least as the first in the nation. We have been doing that. So as per this year, there are some different one or two
Innovations or changes, yes.
innovations. You have like the most active woman or active women group. You have the most active youth group. You have the men's group, the most active, and then you also have the cleanest quarter. So the population, they have to integrate this, and they have to work towards this.
Cleanest village too.
Cleanest village, and then they have to work towards this, and then know that okay, the rules that the council or the plan of action that the council puts in place, they should follow it as it's supposed to be. Because as this year, for this year, you have the divisional pride.
Okay.
That means if a division wins, even at the level of the region, and the division does not have any prize, but
The council,
the level of
the
yes, at the
division.
level of the division, you
Okay.
have something. We also have the prizes of this youth
Youth groups.
women groups, men groups, communication. Manager, I'm insisting that on you because I want you to take it. Yes.
It means the competition is open to everyone in the community.
Everyone,
That's quite
everyone,
interesting.
everyone.
That's quite interesting.
Communication, because before people will get to know what to do left or right, is communication. You have to communicate. We already read the terms of references, the specific rules, the specific criteria. Maybe we could come again to read, but I think everybody is versed with what is supposed to be done. And then what I will want to insist in Cambe in particular, Cambe is having a land use map.
That's quite interesting.
And that land use map entails they have to respect what was drawn up in that map. That means what? We need to have the commission. The commission is already existing, brought up by the mayor, that we go out for routine checks with the different plans or different development documents that they bring in our positions. And what people need to know is that before you want to develop any area, the first place you have to go to is the council. You take your town planning certificate. When you apply for the town planning certificate, you come now to the town planning office together with the council. We go down to the field, we look what was programmed in that land use map. Is it habitable? Is it commercial? Is it administrative? So that when we are issuing and telling you exactly, you know that okay, no, where I am, I can build, I'm supposed to be. That's one thing that I want to emphasize here, and that's one thing that will play in this
In the clean
yes,
city competition.
competition.
So it means that
this
they that like you talk about the land use, about building permits, about the way the town is planned. People have to follow the commission, follow the instructions, and so on. In that way, they also make their town beautiful, and it gives them the way out, so the way to go to win.
And what you are saying, manager, and I would like to aid out here, and everybody here. all these attachments along the road, it does not help us in any way.
Okay, when you mean attachment, are you talking about the building along the road, Carabot?
Calabot,
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
the bungalows,
okay.
those bungalows, what we are going to do anyway, let me just inform, since we are on air,
Yes,
let everybody
it's good to make the population to know so that people
they
are not
should
embarrassed,
know
Mr. Delegate.
tomorrow or any day from now, when the commission will be created, is the mayor that will lead. Okay, we'll go down to the field. Everybody that is having this calabot, because people just get up in the morning and then they just decide to build one or two things in front of their houses. We are going to restructure that sector. And people should also know, those who are having houses along the main streets, will choose a color and they will paint their front views, what they call facade principal. Or those who are selling these fuel vendors left and right, we are going to, the council look for an area that, okay, they are going to relocate them in those places so that when you know you want to have fuel or gas, that's where you have to go to. So what I want to really emphasize this year, the competition is rude, is really they've added more criterias, and Donga Mantum is up to the task. Just from the launching, it shows we are going to do something different as of
The program, Mr. Delegate, we have a little technical hitch there. During this program, the SGO for Donga Mountain talked about he hammered on some of the things, the practices that the councils have been doing or the population have been doing, which cannot enable them to win this competition if they continue that way. Because he talked about sanitary inspectors and so on.
exactly.
Yes, which means that they are also going to keep a lot of watch at the way people have their toilets, their compounds, and so on. So it's not limited to a general cleanup around the quarter roads and so on. It's also limited. It's also extended to compounds and their surroundings.
Exactly. What I would like to add there, Mr. Manager, is as per the criteria of this year, you have the cleanest quarter. And the cleanest quarter entails what? Facilities. They respect the hygiene and sanitation rules.
Yes.
And I think as of now, that will be done next week.
Yeah, what about we're talking about quarters? What about bars? What about this drinking pubs? What about restaurants?
That is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
When I mean quarters, I mean, you have the drinking spot in quarters, you have the bars in quarters, you have these houses in quarters. So it's everybody or every institution coming together that we will go to the field in order to verify. But what I'm insisting, and I'll continue to insist, these carabao houses that anybody gets up in the morning
and it
then
surfaces.
they will be cleaned off. They should know that when we are vying for a region, we need to aim high.
We must have a particular way of behavior.
Exactly.
And a particular way of living too.
Exactly. That's why you see I've not relenting my effort for seeing into it that the land use map of Gambia is being respected to the latest. One, land use map, it means they have predefined every area. You have administrative, you have commercial, you have residential, you have low residential, you have high residential. All those places, they are predefined, and with their access routes. There is one problem here. People just block the road
into the quarter
without even, and then people that are building, they just gather the material, dump it on the road without asking for any authorization from the council. Those things, we have to stop them. This is our community. Elsewhere, we respect. Why is it that we don't respect it in our own place? We have to respect it here.
It's very, very important. It's very vital for our own prosperity, for our own growth. So we just want to let our listeners know that if they have just joined us, especially, this program is Dmcr Diaspora Connect, aimed at connecting people in Dmcr to the diaspora and vice versa. And today we have the Divisional Delegate of Housing and Urban Development, who has come to talk to us about planning our town. If we want to aim very high, we want to achieve so many status, we need to also work on that. And his emphasis is on the cleanup, the National Clean City competition that has just been launched. And he's talking to the population of Dmcr, and especially those in Kambe, about certain way of behavior and certain things they do that is not going to be tolerated this time around by the council and even by his service, because he's a town planner, and with the council, they regulate the way the town has to be built. If you want to join us, maybe you want to ask a question for some clarification, call us on 676-649-548. 676-649-548. You will be live with us on the program. And we continue to tell those who want to follow us on Facebook that go to your Facebook, the search engine, and you take Dmcr Connect. You click Dmcr Connect, take like or follow. You are going to be live with us on the program on Facebook. And this is how we are going to work together to be part of the program together to build our own community. Exactly. We still have about some close to 40 minutes to go to the end of the program. But before we get back to the delegate, we wanted to have some excerpt of some of our main speakers during the launching. One of them is the delegate. He's live here in the studio. One of them is the SDO. One of them was Mara Jara Danchoma. I don't know whether the some little improvement at the level of the techniques that we can have. I know it's quite a difficult task. We can have some of those feats to be able to grasp what entailed in the launching, the speeches that were made, and the encouragement given to the community to make sure that they work very hard. So if we have that of the SDO,
each council that wins in a division
Even if you go at the regional level and
for the cleanest cities in Dongamanto.
The SG of
And it is a
Dongamanto.
very big pleasure for me to personally preside over this ceremony and exposing certain modalities for the campaign and competition in selecting the Clean City, the edition of 2023 for the National Hygiene and Sanitation Campaign that has already been launched in the nation and in the Northwest region. I would like to point out here that this is the third edition the division is claiming to. The first edition, we did not master some of the key principles as the criteria for selection was not given us. In the second edition, the criteria for what was required was given us. And that is why Dongamanto, as usual, showed what she was capable of. As a people who have
That was the senior divisional officer of Dongamanto. He said the criteria was not given to us last time. That's why the first edition. Yes, the criteria was not given to us. That's why we didn't have a very good performance, Mr. Delegate. Yeah.
actually the first edition, was like a child that is growing. So the criterias, they were not really, they were still working on them. So it's the second edition last year that everything was very clear, because it's not that I will be proud to say it. I was there from the very first start of this Clean City campaign. They started it was Limbe, Douala, and Yaoundé, 2019. So we knew exactly what was supposed to be done at that period. And as time goes on, they ameliorate, they change, things changes, they change. That's why in 2022, Dongamanto had at least exactly what they were supposed to do and how they were supposed to go about it. This year, 2023, the competition is real because the other divisions, they want to also show that they are at least Dongamanto level. But since you are a people, fighting spirit, peace loving, this year, Dongamanto will not only be the 10, but amongst the first 5. I'm very confident.
That's a very big dream.
I'm very confident. Confident.
Yes, I think this is, like you're saying, Delegate, Mr. Delegate, this is a clarion call for the population to work very hard towards realizing this dream of coming first, being among the first 5 in the program. We have maybe we have the excerpt from the delegates. If you confirm, Harry. We are still having some.
First, you are not the second, you are not. Each council that wins in the division, even if you go at the regional level and you are not the first, you are not the second, you are not the third, you have a prize. Last year was not like that. Then you have secondly, now you have now the cleanest council in the region. So you can win the cleanest council at the level of the division, and then at the level of the region, you still weigh another prime. So you have now the cleanest city of the country by order of merit. That's when it will be done in that way, as per the different councils that will represent the different regions. And then you also have rewarding the winners who actively took part in the activities, like the NGO, most active women, most active young men that will participate in the competition. Yes. So, as the patron rightly said, the mayors and those who are in charge of the sanitary department, they have to do reports, rate all these NGOs, the most active women, most active young men that are taking part in the cleaning of the municipalities. And then consistency of the operation and cleanliness assessment criteria. You people have the assessment criteria, so everybody has the assessment criteria. So you have cleaning of streets, development and beautification of public spaces, combating temporal or permanent street congestion, especially these bungalows that are building everywhere now in Gambia. Well, I'm speaking because I'm in Gambia and I'm seeing it, and I'm pleading with the patron that we have to combat this thing. This thing is getting, is not making the town to look clean. People, they just get up in the morning, they just do bungalows in front of their homes without any permission, no authorization, nothing. Everywhere just plan. It's not making the town to be clean.
Not at all. And we are told the mayors that even these people who are selling fuel,
All those things have to
canalize them on specific areas. You wake up in the morning, you want to go through town, and you meet about 20 different spots where they are selling fuel, and where very dirty.
Each council that wins in the
that was the divisional delegate himself, yourself. That was when you were talking during the launching at the Minpat Hall, and I also got the SDO encouraging you and making the people to understand that people have to change their way of behavior. And he talked about the people selling fuel and so on, and all those makeshift structures that they put across around the road without taking into consideration the land use plan. Permit me give the number again to our listeners if they want to participate live in the program. They can call us on 676 649 548. 676 649 548, and you can be live on the program. So we still have about some 27 minutes to go to the end of the program. So, Mr. Delegate, maybe you just talked about the land use plan, which Nkambe Council has. So, are other councils in Donga Manton, do other councils in Donga Manton have the land use plan, or is only Nkambe?
only Nkambe.
So it means if
And
Nkambe makes a
yes,
good use of it, can be a plus to them.
it can be a plus, because in the whole Northwest, it's only Nkambe and maybe one I think subdivision in the Northwest, in the West, in the Southwest region.
Okay. So in the whole of Northwest, only Nkambe has a land use plan.
Yes, plan d'occupation sol, as they call it in French.
Yes.
So I want to really emphasize that people should know, when you want to develop any area, the first thing you have to do, go to the council, you pay a development fee for the town planning certificate. They will direct you to the town planning. We go with the council. We look the land use map. We see if exactly you are supposed to build, or that's residential, or because the land use map has defined everything as it's supposed to be. When you have that, now you can go ahead, you develop now your plan as per what the town planning certificate is saying, because the town planning certificate will tell you the distance from the road you have to allow 5 meters, neighbor 3 meters, behind 2 meters, all those things.
Okay,
That
very
will
well specified.
well specified. When you do that, you go back to the council, you pay now for your building permit certificate. Not that you are paying the 1%. When you pay the building permit certificate, okay, you bring it again to the town planning office, or you allow it to the Department of Town Planning
In the council.
in the council, because we are supposed to sit together, we verify the files, we go down to the field, we see that exactly what is here is what is supposed to be. Then we do a report. We have many files that will be rejected. People that are built on right of way. Many. So I know most of the elites, they are out there and they do what is supposed to be done there
Yeah.
because
right,
of
yeah.
the land use map
Map.
or the master plan that they are having. So if we are having that privilege to have us here,
In Cambe.
why not follow the rules and regulations? Because we are aiming high. And I want to thank the patron, the SDO. He's somebody very understanding, always listening, advising, and then giving you, maybe you can have 1 or 2 lapses, but the way he will tell you, you know exactly what to do. I think the people of Donga Mantum, especially in Cambe, please, you people should follow the footsteps of the patron of this division and the mayor. The mayor is somebody that wants this town to be different. Please, you people should respect and follow what he says, because he is somebody that takes every advice from the technicians that are supposed to say that this is like this is like this. So Donga Mantuma as a whole, and Cambe in particular, they have every opportunity to emerge the winner, not only regional, but national. Because this year, that building permit is one of the criteria,
That sounds good.
especially with towns that have the land use map.
And are also following.
Voila.
Because you might have it and you don't follow.
That is it.
Because what we notice is that, as you are saying, that they have to do this, come to the council, come to you. If you are just absent from a quarter in 2-3 days, you come away, house is already up, and people are even cooking inside.
That is it.
A kitchen or a sleeping room.
No, that is.
So it suffices for the goodwill,
no, it suffices
the
for
will
the
to
goodwill.
obey, the will to follow, and the will to do the right thing.
And the next thing we are going to do, that I will meet the patron, the SGO, is for this sanitary inspection. All the bars you have left and right, they will visit. Are you people having proper toilets? Are you people having proper urinary? How is the functioning of all those areas? Restaurants, how do you store your food? All those things. It's not only me. You have town planning, you have environment, you have other ministries that deal with stuffs like that. So it will be a whole commission that the SGO is going to do a prefectorial order ordering us to go out
to check
to
that.
check all these things. It's not because of this concours. This concours has just come, and you people should mobilize yourself more, because last year you mobilized, you did your best, but this year other people that have mobilized and their aim is beating Campbell and Nonga Mantum. But me, as I'm here, with the aid of my mayors, the SDO, will emerge the first.
That's quite encouraging to the municipalities of Dunga Manto, Mr. Delegate. I know you are the technician, the technical services, working with them, encouraging them and advising them on doing what is right. As you said, this program has a time frame. It's not like you are going to be doing the cleanup campaign until the end of year. So maybe you have to locate them within the framework of what is supposed to be done at what time and when, and what is the deadline. This can be very, very vital for a very vital piece of information for contestants.
That is it. Thanks, manager, for that question or for that clarification. You people, the entire community should know, as from that day of the launching right up to June, you have to be very active, because the evaluation will be the first weeks of July. And normally, you people would have already been active, because you had already these terms of references sent to you since February. We usually send it so that people start working, and we do evaluation without you people knowing before they launch it nationally, regionally, and divisionally. So we used to do that to follow up, and then so that people should know that, okay, what you people are doing on the field, we are there watching at you people. So as of now, the day of launch was the 25th of May. You people have to work hard, because as from the 26th to the 27th, you have to send your report to the chairman, and the chairman is the SDO. You send your report in 5 copies, hard copy, and a USB key with pictures of before, during, and after. You people should endeavor to do that. What I didn't also clarify that day was, you people, the councils, hospitals that you are supposed to choose, they should be hospitals that are being taken care of by the council, not the government. So choose where you know will give you points.
Well, for instance, Kambe cannot go to choose the regional hospital.
Nah.
So they have to look at the hospital.
That one will just be zero. Yes.
So they have to deal with the structures that are managed by them. Okay, I think that sounds good.
Exactly.
That sounds good.
That sounds good. Yes.
Yeah. So, Mr. Delegate, we have some few minutes to go to the end of the program. There's this other innovative introduction by your minister, the one of the most active youth, the most active women. So, how are they going to be identified? Are you calling on all the women to join and work, and at the end of the day, they see who is working very well, or is a particular an individual engagement where a youth takes upon himself or a woman takes on himself? For instance, if they are working in town and there's one woman who works well and is admired by everybody, and the name goes up, can that woman be taken?
It's the council that decides.
Okay.
The report is coming from who? The council.
That's right.
So it's the council that will say, this is the most active woman, this is the most active youth, this is the most active man, this is the most cleanest quarter, this is the most
This is the cleanest village.
Cleanest village, and then the communication, this is the best. It's a council that all the councils, that is what is going to go into the report.
That's right.
Yes. So when the council decides it comes, we are just there to go down to the field and to verify, not to go and verify that okay, this name is who. We are going to verify how the town is clean. That is what the jury will do. And this year, people should not forget that there is a focal point from the region that is going to be there in order to
follow up.
There's a focal point from the region. So, and this year, it's not like last year that they were sending the results only to the governor. This year, we send the results to the governor,
and also to Yaoundé,
the regional delegate, and then to the minister. Voila. So that one or two things, people should not say things that are not in accordance with what is on the field.
It means that the results are sent at the same time. It means when they have in those copies, it's sent to Bamenda, to Yaoundé, and to the governor, the regional delegate, and to Yaoundé.
Exactly.
For everybody to have a copy of it, so that it should not be like some other people sat on the result and took a decision which was not what was expected.
That is it.
That's quite right, and I think it's an encouragement for people to know that if you work hard, what you will produce is what is going to give you the marks. Not that you are going to think that somebody has manipulated anything about your production. So the 5 councils of Dunga Manton are encouraged, and I want to inform you that the Nkambe Council has already announced the launching of the program at the level of the council.
Excellent.
Beginning from today, which means that all the quarters in Kambe, in Kambe, the villages in Kambe municipality, in the council area, should go to work at their different periods, whether it's a country Sunday, as you rightly said, as you said a while ago, Mr. Delegate, I said a while ago, the people who are working, the various quarters will be rewarded. So as you said, it's for 1 month, which means they have to go to work immediately without waiting, since they have just about 1 month, which means the evaluation team will be coming around any moment. So it is quite important for them to make sure that they go to work after this. The launching has been announced by the council. I think this is very, very imperative, Mr. Delegate.
Yeah, manager, thanks for that. But
let's have a caller. One caller. Hello. Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from, please.
This is Tafai Dmcr calling from Komatala.
Tafai from Komatala.
Papa Jimbe calling
Jimbe.
from Kumatala.
Ndu subdivision. You are welcome to the program, my sub-chief.
Yes, I love the program, the first part of the program that was talking about head speech.
Yes.
I would have loved to propose that from the divisional headquarters, they could go down to the subdivision, even right up to the villages, because it is really killing the living together of our community. Yes, because somebody will just get up when you organize it. Let me say a quarter meeting, you sit there, somebody just come, just say, if I do not come, what will happen? If I know the which will happen, then store the mind of the rest that they ought to have been there. Then the living together in our community will not be there. Then
That's
because
right.
of that, because he doesn't know that only one word will poison the whole community. So, Mr. Andy Richard, I love the program. I just came in now before I got you and the delegate on air. So
Thank
that
you.
when I was passing, my phone was not with me. I got about head speech.
Okay,
So
that's right.
it is a nice program. So it needs that you to intensify. I do not know how it will go down to the root. Yes. So
Thank
I'm
you.
pleading.
Thank you very much.
You people can see it again and reorganize and see that they can go right down to the villages, meet people like us, the top chief, then talk to them. Then let them talk to their subject, so that we continue to have the peace.
Very important, my sub-chief.
That's a nice program.
Okay, it's great to have you. We're happy to have you. You know, as you are listening, if others are listening and they are reacting like you're reacting, it's already something being done. So we have heeded to your call and we want to thank you so much. And this program too, you can also follow it live on Facebook. You can see us. If you go to Facebook, you take Dmcr Connect, you can see us, me and the delegate live in the program and other people around the world. So this program is going around the world.
Thank you, Mr. Andy Richard.
You're welcome, Tata.
More grace to your elbow.
Thanks a lot. Delegate, you just got our sub-chief from Tala in Do subdivision.
Manager, I want to add something concerning that hate speech. I think you people need a lot of work to do concerning this hate speech issue. You need a lot of work to do. Sensitize people. You need to sensitize people. People have been brainwashed.
That's right.
For a very long time.
That's the right word.
So now they need to sensitize them. Let them know exactly where they are going to. When I hear some type of things, I'm afraid. You people need a lot of work, especially you, the communicators. Without you people, who will sensitize them? Nobody.
That's why we were bringing these topics and so on, so that people can share and share the information that comes from the radio, and people can bring ideas like the Five of Kumatala is saying. So that's the reason why we bring all this on radio. So as you have said, we are going to do more. We can repeat the topics in so many other programs. Yes, we will talk about that, the issue of the hate speech. We say we'll make everybody know that we have to stop it to grow, because we cannot waste a lot of time saying things that discourage people to carry out community development. Like if I was just saying that when they organize a meeting, somebody comes there and start to preach hate, and at the end of the day, people are discouraged and they cannot come together. When there's an organization of community work, people do not participate because of the orations that bring into the limelight hate speeches. So, as you have said, I think note is taken, and we're going to do more for this to be realized. We have just about 6 minutes to go to the end of the program. Delegate, you are saying you have given a lot of information about the land use map and so on, and the clean city competition, which is beginning. I'm sure we'll still have time to come on air to inform the people about this. So when people come and build a house along the road, it's just surface. or they can't put carabot, they can't put things. Now, does the council or the delegate and the council have a right to come and clear off all those things? Do they have a right? It's good that the population knows so that
They should know.
yes, so
They should
that
know.
if somebody wants to do something, he will know the way to go about it. Because if you are to clear it, means it's already a loss to them.
All what I've heard from Bokom, right to Binju, all those carabots, they'll be cleared off. Because Cambe, we already have a regional hospital annex.
So Nkambe is heading towards
Yes.
the region.
Yes.
And they will not want any haphazard construction.
No, I will not accept it. Anyway, I don't have the powers to do it.
You are going to
I'm
use just the
passing
law.
through the mayor, and I use the law. They will remove all. Yes.
And this is very, very important for the population to take note.
They will remove all.
And they should also start thinking about a plan B. If you are listening to us on DMCR this evening, talking about the Clean City program and the town planning land use map in Cambe, those of you who are in Cambe, I'm sure you will spread the information to the rest of the population that the delegates of town planning is working very seriously with the mayor to see that the town planning norms are respected in Cambe, and that the land use map is used, and that Nkambe is already looking forward with all the speeches, all the pleas, all the lobbying by the politicians, the administrators, traditional and religious authorities wanting to have a region. They must change their way of behavior. That's what the delegate said. Let's take this call. Hello?
Yes, hello. Good evening, Mr. Manager.
Good evening, sir. Whom am I talking to?
Those in the house.
How can I be fooled? A lot of buffoons constantly got me yearning for more. Street traditional melodies, food dishes, pure riches, but low digits, still living to Bukayo, Layo, Lingonia for Dario. We fit in anywhere in the world, they call us Cam No Go. My people, they're so sweet that even Sugar King can't compete. Press delete, I know you're jealous, but in hard work, we headed for the peak. Maybe violence sometimes, we walk miles in hard times. So I speak hot lines, hot rhymes, you can't define. But I don't do it alone, just a product on my own.
We're sorry. We had a power outage, but we want to round off now at this moment. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ari. We want to round off the program. Thank you. Harry, thank you so much. We had a power outage at the level of Nkambe, but we are back. Just to round off, we have just 2 minutes to go to the end of the program. Mr. Delegate, you had some last information to pass. And the question, the person who just called, Roving Ambassador, what
Those in the house.
Hello, Pangu. We're sorry, we're off the air.
Body colors come no go. My people they so sweet that even sugar king can't compete. Press delete. I know you jealous, but in hide what we headed for the peak. Maybe violence sometimes. We walk miles in hard times. So I speak hot lines, hot rhymes you can't define. But I don't do it alone. Just to put the come home.